chairs on the side there. Good evening, all my relatives. My name is Trevor, and I'm Bryce's younger brother. I'd like to, on behalf of my mom and my siblings and all our relatives, like to welcome each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to come and celebrate the life of Bryce Elmer Cardinal. I'm going to ask you now. Welcome each and every one of you, my relatives. Paul. Auntie Hazel. Hazel. And Auntie, yeah, come up here. Put a chair. This one here. I'd like to start with a prayer, but I ask you just to remain seated. You don't have to stand up. Okay. Oh, kisiman ito. Kisagi din man ito. I love you, God. I love you very much, Father. I give thanks for you for all of your blessings for today. I give thanks for the life of my brother, Bryce, the man who walks amongst the stars. I ask that you welcome into your kingdom, into your home, God. Now he sits with our ancestors. We pray for his son, Douglas, and all his family over there. We ask, God, that you place your loving hand on him. Keep him safe, keep him warm as he moves through the loss of his father. I pray for all of my brother's siblings, his parents, relatives, and all his friends and family that are here, and those that are not here, those that could not make it. I ask that you keep them safe. We give thanks to you for his journey here on life. I love you with all my heart, God. For the last, including today, for the last 3 days, we've had a sacred fire going for my brother. Tomorrow we're going to finish that the traditional ceremony for him. So we've been sitting with him for the last 3 days out on the land. We brought his altar. We brought this altar in. And for some of you that might not be accustomed to the traditional ceremony, this star blanket is my mom's. My mom. We have that rattle there. There's a drum for him. I don't know where it went. A big one. That skull, those prints are for him. What we've done in that ceremony is we've called on the spirit, our ancestors, to come and gather him, to help him with his journey to the other side. So tomorrow we're going to finish that part of the ceremony and the feast for our brother. So you're all welcome to come if you want to find out about it. Just come see me after. But our family's taking care of that, so don't worry about that. My relative Delvin, I've asked him, I've offered him a protocol if he could come and honor us with the honor song. He'll come up here. And after that, Pauline, where's Pauline? You'll do after him, just so do the eulogy. Just so you're ready.
This one, the song is in the memorial, so we remember all the teachings, all the different experiences we shared with him. Bring those forward and always remember those and what he represented. Funny moments, sad moments, whatever it is, we turn it into lessons that help us carry on. Because there's no more pain for him. There's just pain for us. So when I sing, pray that those teachings and that light he brought comes into your heart and it helps you go forward. So as I sing, go into your prayers.
Call up my sister here, Pauline, and do the eulogy. She's coming up. I just want to acknowledge the honorary pallbearers. His son, Douglas Cardinal, his childhood friend, best friend, Peter Willier, his childhood friend and best friend, Robert Big Charles Sr., his really good friend, Eddie, Eddie Lambert, and his son, Nolan Lambert. They were very close to him and all your family. His nephew, Zane, Zane McArthur, his nephew, Damon Cardinal, his nephew, Quentin Cardinal, and his nephew, Sage Gladue.
So, thank you everyone for being here. I thought it was just going to be our family, so I'm trying to I went for a surgery one time and I was on the operating table and I was like, do you think I could cancel? So now that's where I'm at. I'm like, do you think I could cancel doing the eulogy? That's where I'm at right now.
We're all family. We're all family. We're all family.
I did a little presentation and then of course I wasn't part of, because it's classic me just to show up and think everything's gonna be the way I wanted and it's not, so that's okay. So I am gonna share and I have some voice messages from our family. So before I start, I really wanna send some special acknowledgements out to some very beautiful people in my brother's life. And I'm really sorry if I missed anybody. So I really want to acknowledge the Thibault family. I really think they supported him through thick and thin. So I just want to take some time to say thank you to Grace and Roger, Bernice and Thomas, Jackie, Janice and Troy, Charlene, his goddaughter Nikita, and Eva, I hope I said that right, and Nolan, Ethan, Kirsten, Pierce, Cassandra, Jonathan, Cashton, Mason, and Cadence. Of course, my bro talked about it, but I want to acknowledge his peeps he loved as brothers, and that's Peter, Robert, Eddie, Kurt, Dee, brothers and sisters I should say, Dee, Anna, Lydia, and Brian, and the amazing crew and family, which is Sheldon and the crew at Grimshaw Trucking. Of course, our siblings, Tori, Trevor, Felice, Keri, Loren, me, my spouse, Lana, JR, all right? Lana, where are you?
Right here.
JR, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As well as our beautiful parents, Florence and Paul and Jenny. Our sister Charlene was unable to make it because our niece Marlene is having a baby. But our nephew Jordan is here representing his family, so I thank you for that. I know that Jordan was very close to my brother. Of course, our nieces and nephews, Zane, who was like his little brother. They grew up together and talked every day. Same with Sultan. Kristen, Isaiah, Marlena, Jordan, Jillian, Ahmed, Miriam, Fred, Damon, Cordell, Willow, Sage, Quentin, Courtney, Brandon, and Lyndon, and Lana, your children. I'm sorry I didn't want to say their names wrong, so I want to acknowledge your children, of course. Many cousins he was close with, like our Uncle Richard's children, Joyce, Nancy, and I know I'm missing people. Of course, our cousin Kim, and he's predeceased by our father Elmer, his sister, our sister Claudette Rian, our brother Vic, his uncle Borble, Doug, Kurt, and his beloved brother-in-law Michael. And I think the list goes on and on. And I'm sorry I can't acknowledge everyone in the room, but thank you all for being here. So I could sit here and just Just wait, my kids are late. Get in here, Lyndon and Quentin. Come sit up here. Anyways. So when I was looking at, like, I ChatGPT, my sister's like, ChatGPT, how to do a eulogy, right? Because I wanted to do this, and it was just so, like, you know, just really basic, right? Really fact. And so I really wanted to kind of bring together our stories that we hold as his siblings, his mom. So some of this stuff I'm going to share as facts. Some are Bryce facts that we all know is real, right? My brother was a big bullshitter. But we loved him for that. It was always a funny story, whether it was true or not, right?
Yes.
So Bryce Elmer Cardinal was born on November 29th, 1967 in High Prairie, Alberta. He was born to Elmer Cardinal and Florence Gladue, and his baby sister was there too. His big sister was there too. She and her sister Tori. She was 2 years old at the time. Some facts about that day: it was 20 degrees, sun was shining. Keith Richards, the guitarist of the Rolling Stones, was sentenced to 1 year in jail on drug charges. McDonald's went international. Opened its first store in Vancouver, Canada. On that day, yeah. Israel removed barricades and reunifying Jerusalem. A Whiter Shade of Pale was #1 on the charts. To A Sir with Love was the top movie of June of 1967. Beautiful movie. But on this day in High Prairie, Alberta, at the local general hospital,
I want you to share with me when
can you hear it? I should just think.
June 29th, 1967. Holly, June date. It's middle of June, sometime we went. Elmer, my mom and Agnes, my mom's best friend.
Yeah.
We went to the town hall and went and got a marriage license for getting married. And then they went out and celebrated. Elmer, my mom and dad, they went out celebrating. I was big at the house. So,
She said I was as big as a house, that's what she
No.
said. I don't believe it,
that place is so dissolved, I don't know what happened. I still think this day, because my mom's side was hit by an axe and have another person signing. Something like that. And I was worried about him right away because he had an odd-shaped head. And he was born with that. Then I started taking him to the hospital and stuff. I didn't get out of this operation. But as he got older, he had lots of fun with that. Because he'd tell the kids that he was like magic and he could open doors with his head. He'd tell them all these stories. Just had fun with it. But he ended up going to Edmonton, we took him to Edmonton, and he had his operation there.
How old was he?
He was still a baby. I don't know how old. Wasn't very old. Was before he was two anyway. Still just a baby.
Was it a hard birth?
My kids were all cesarean born.
Oh.
By the time I got them, they were all cleaned up. Yeah.
So you were put out?
I was put out. Yeah. Same with Tori and Trevor. Claudette.
Did Tori come to the hospital? She would have been little.
She would have been two. Probably, my mom probably brought her. They couldn't do anything. In those days, it was like how did now. You had to do nothing for a couple of weeks or whatever. So, stayed with my mom and she looked after us. He was a happy baby. Tori had her dog. She played with him all the time. Charlene loved him so much. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I love that story. I want...
I'll just hold it. So I seen a post on Facebook. And Florence had written, and this story continues, June 29, 1967, a beautiful son was born. I was so happy and proud of my son. He was approximately 7 pounds. My mom was so happy, and so was Elmer Cardinal, the baby daddy. So that's a story of Bryce Elmer Cardinal. Bryce would be considered, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Gen X. His zodiac sign is Cancer, and his Chinese zodiac sign is goat sheep. And when I read that, I was like, because like literally every year, this guy messaged me, Happy Chinese New Year's. Thanks. What do you guys? Bryce attended school at St. Andrew's Catholic in High Prairie. His childhood was primarily in High Prairie and a short stint in Valley View. But he settled down-ish in life, worked at Buchanan Lumber for many years, and he always did the night shift. That's what I always remembered. Maybe that's why he was a night owl. Not the partying, it's the work, right? In that time, he got married and eventually moved to Edmonton. And he loved Edmonton. He loved St. Pete's, actually. Stop laughing. You just have a memory. I'm going to share from our sister. We laugh a lot.
So Bryce used to always want to be around me. Especially when my friends were around. He used to just want to hang around because he was nosy. And I used to make him do things if he wanted to hang around. Like just weird things, like, well, you gotta wear my dress. You gotta wear mom's house heels. Just stupid stuff like that. And he would, yeah, well, he was down for that.
Did you let him talk and stuff, or you just got to sit there and not say nothing?
No, I let him talk. He didn't do what he wanted. I just wanted him to do what I had asked him to do. And then when Victor and I got married, we didn't have a lot of money, but we got ourselves a room at the Storage. Is that what it was called? That hotel there?
Like the zoo or the storage? Yeah, the storage.
Yeah, okay, well, Vic and I got a room there. For us, that was time. And then freaking Bryce showed up there, drunk, and he picked up a woman. And he asked if he could stay with me. And of course, me, I was worried about him, right? And I'm like, yeah, but you can't sleep with her. So Bryce stayed there. He did stay there. And then after that, I was always teasing him, like, oh, you wrecked my wedding night. But I was worried about it, so I never stayed there.
You guys were done praying anyways?
Has your brother with you on your wedding night?
Yes. I feel bad again.
Next. So to us, our brother was the best mother ever. He really was. He had tattoos. He loved skulls. He had big silver rings. He loved chains. He was like a true heavy metal rocker. He loved old trucks. He loved vehicles. He could spot any make or model. And he had a really vast knowledge of vehicles. I'm going to share something from our sister Keri.
Recording me? So I've been thinking about like trying to find a core memory, like one that was like, you know, just really super important. And I really don't have one because I just think Bryce has just always been there ever since I was born. So it's like, you know, he was always, you know, goofy and funny and playing and joking and teasing and making fun of me. And I think he sometimes thought I was just really ridiculous, and I always wanted to be cool like him. He was so cool, and I never was. So I just remember this one time when I was about 15 and I was smoking, and I was like, oh, I need a cigarette. And he was like, what? You need a cigarette? And then he started laughing. I felt so stupid. Like, yeah, like I really need a cigarette when I was 15. How he always was. He just always was like that all the way, just joking and teasing and making fun. And you know, sometimes you got to joke along with him about someone else, and sometimes it was about you.
So on December 9th, 2008, the love of his life was born, Douglas Cardinal. He loved that boy, he loved the day, he loved being a father, and he loved his son with all his heart. He would always send pics, via text throughout the years, always sharing memories. And I just want to send some of the text messages he sent to me about his son. Later on, my nieces are gonna play a song because I asked them to. Because of this, he sent me that Chris Stapleton, "You Are My Sunshine." He said, "I just gave my baby son a back rub. That song came on and knocked him right out." Now, and then of course he says, "Now to sneak out and find a new mommy." He sent me this message. He's like, "I just got home from work, was going to start my workout, and Douglas called to pick him up. So I took him to the library, or pick him up to take him to the library." So I said, "Okay." When I picked him up, we started driving, we started talking. Then he asked me about eating healthy and exercising. He said he loved the food I made him. And when he comes over, he wants to lose weight like me. He said I told him we will work on your eating habits first and worry about exercise later. He's like, "Honestly, I just want to cry right now because I'm getting so frustrated and want to give up. But I guess that's why I got to keep working harder." Bryce moved between Edmonton and Grand Prairie and always found it very difficult to be away from his boy and returned to Grand Prairie the last few years. He had worked for Manitou Trucking and then switched over to Grimshaw Trucking, and he really did consider them part of his family. And that's really where, like, I feel thankful to Eddie and to Nolan and Charlene and Jackie and the whole entire family, because I know that he needed to be there and you guys were family to him, and he needed that because we were all over here. So I am very thankful to you guys. He would always be on the road. I'm sure we all got our trucker selfies. Just thinking, aren't you driving? Like, maybe that's illegal, but no, we still all got them, right? My brother got sober on November 3rd, 2002, which started his healing journey. I'm gonna share, 2 years later on that date, he sent a message to our sister, Tori, and he said, "Good morning, my beautiful sister. 3 years clean today. I wanted to thank you for being part of my recovery. Your words of encouragement and support meant the world to me, and I miss you so much. I really hope to see you guys soon. I need you guys more than ever right now, and I'm trying to come see you soon, but I'm trying to get Douglas to come with me. But I'm sure you know the story, and I'll keep you posted. I love you. Have a great day." He would always send pictures of his accomplishments. And I had a slideshow of this picture. This was my brother. He had lost a lot of weight. He worked really hard when he got sober. And it's so funny because, and I'm sure this was intentional, but he had this personal trainer that worked for Iron Maiden Fitness. Like, I don't know where that name came from, but that's what they were called. And she literally gave a shout out to him on April 12, 2024. She said, "Today I had the absolute pleasure of getting to meet my very first client, and we even got to work out together. Bryce Cardinal has been with me from day one, and this man is a true inspiration. His mindset, determination, and no excuse attitude is admirable. And the progress this man has made is insane. I'm so thankful and lucky to be part of your journey, Bryce, and you made my day. I can't wait to work out with you again. I hope one day..." I'm not going to read that. That's spicy. He had sent me a picture of the weight scale. He's like, I had to get my driver's medical done. This is my official weight so far. So this was June 19, 2023. And so it read 250. He said the last time I was here, the nurse said I was 375. She was really happy with his progress. And when I think about wanting to share something that my brother was proud of, that would be it, because he was really proud of his fitness journey. He was really proud of that. Bryce had, oh, just wait, I have another voice. This is our nephew Zoltan sharing a memory. It's kind of rank, but
that's one of them.
This is Zane.
One of the memories that I have of Uncle Bryce that was monumental, I guess, in how much I look up to him was I went to a Metallica concert quite a few years back. And I had no idea he was there. He had no idea I was there. I was getting kind of antsy up in the nosebleeds. So I went down to this was at the Edmonton Stadium. I went down to the smoking area there on the north side of the stadium. And I got my cigarette and I come walking out of there. And who's standing right outside there yapping with somebody, and they go, holy shit, it's like Uncle. He turns around and goes, what the fuck are you doing? And I remember he asked me, he said, where were you sitting? I showed him where I was sitting way up at the top there. He let me come down with him because he was down on the floor. So I got to go down and enjoy something briefly, albeit briefly, but I did get to go down and have a look and check it out down on the floor. And honestly, like I always felt like nobody else would have been able to pull that off except for Bryce. Just like the way he was, and like security guards and whatnot. So I still, to this day, think that was freaking amazing. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, really. And then Uncle Bryce used to always call me and message me and ask me for advice. And, like, I have been talking with Uncle Bryce daily for, God, I don't know, for sure the last 6-7 years. So to pick out a single memory is really difficult. But one of the things that was recurring with our messaging was, well, I always knew what the inside of Grimshaw's toilet looked like. I don't miss Uncle Bryce a lot.
It was often clean.
6-7 years where I haven't heard from him, not a single meeting. He he shared with me as a message to me as a stepmother. So I mean, I'm gonna miss Uncle Bryce. I love him. I love you. And I guess that's my little spiel.
Bryce was had a huge love for music, especially heavy metal, like Metallica, Kiss, Megadeth, their 80s bands like Rack, Accept, Scorpion, AC/DC. He would play, like literally would play the dumbest shit when I was a kid, like it was insane. Like he would play these songs like Balls to the Walls, and he would just be like how do they let people like sing these songs? It was just so, I don't know. Anyways, you guys know Bryce, right? That's how he was. He did like to dabble a bit in country. He loved Gary Allan. And he said he liked Luke Combs, but I mostly think he liked it that Lainey Wilson toured with Luke Combs, and he literally loved her ass. Like that's all. I was at the concert and he called me, like asked me if I got to see her ass. His laughter filled the room, and when he was nervous or uncomfortable, his laughter would be simple. He would know and just be like, oh, 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 oh. Like, you know, guys know, right? I was laughing. But that's how he managed, and that's what I loved about him. I loved that we had a family meeting a couple of days ago, and I loved the story that Felice shared about her memory regarding her brother, that he would just show up to visit in a world where it's like not common anymore, right? And she just loved her time that she would spend with him in their chats. And you never really knew if it was going to be for 5 minutes or 5 days, but he would show up. And I remember that too. You'd hear a knock at the door and you'd be like, who is here? And then he's standing there and he gives you a big hug and he says hi, asks how you're doing. And there's sometimes later he'd be like, okay, gonna go. And I'd leave. And I'd be like, okay. But I was happy to see my brother, right? Some of my memories, of course, are about like driving around with him and Peter, because I always had the coolest trucks and I was just a little dweeb sitting in the middle. They're talking about stuff I had no idea even what it meant. I remember as a kid, he was so excited to watch this Kiss concert, and I was probably like 3 or 4 years old, and it was like, I don't know why I cared, but I did because he did, because he was like, you know, my brother, right? And my mom said we got to stay up late to watch his concert, and I fell asleep. That's the end. Just kidding. I missed the whole thing, but he loved it, and those are things I remember about him. My relationship with my brother was strained at times, but he always showed up when it mattered. He was at the hospital when all my children were born. Like I said, he messaged me on Christmas and even Chinese New Year's. Even would say Happy International Women's Day. So I do have one more voiceover, but I'm going to give my parting words to my brother. And I'm going to quote a famous band from the 60s and 70s. They were called the Hollies. And it goes like this. The road is long with the many a winding turns that leads us to who knows where. But I'm strong enough to carry him, because he ain't heavy. He's my brother. And I'm gonna end this with something from his only brother that he shared with us about his memory about Bryce.
Today is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. My name is Trevor Gladue. My spirit name is Lakia Duta Hoaste. Today is the second day of the sacred fire for my brother, Bryce Elmer Cardinal, who crossed over on April 17th, 2025.
I sit here with him today, reflecting on his life and our relationship as siblings, as brothers, as blood brothers. Last night, we had ceremony here at the land. It is sweat to start this sacred fire for my brother. Put this altar up. There's a chair here with a buffalo robe on it, a drum, a rattle, an eagle feather, and a beautiful picture of my brother. And my pipe that I loaded that will sit with him until Saturday after the 4 days. Also is a buffalo skull and the prints. White, yellow, red, and black. And a smudge bowl. I also put up a yellow print at my altar for my lodge, my Sundance Lodge. And what this signifies is opening that door for the spirit world, Kisi Manato. No towing on our Father to come and get my brother here over these next 4 days. And when we started that ceremony last night, because of the way this altar is set up, a portal was open as soon as we started that. Sweat lodge at an EP purification ceremony for my brother last night. The ancestors come and give his name, his Indian name. He is known over there as the man who walks amongst the stars. 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 My brother sat here one time with me as we got ready for a Sundance ceremony. He got to witness all this. How we do ceremony. And when he first decided to take that plunge into the red road, he came to sweat with me. I know my brother never wanted to be in the sweat lodge because he was scared. He had claustrophobia and sitting in a dark confined space. So he was a bit worried about that. But he came in and he stayed in there with us. And it wasn't long before that, my sister Tori and I, we had ceremony. We prayed to Notawin on our Father, the Great Spirit, Kisi Manato, to bring our brother out here, the man who walks amongst the stars, so that he could find that path to the red road. And God answered shortly afterwards when he showed up. It was such a blessing. All my life, he was my big brother. He looked after me when I was small, made sure I was safe, stuck up for me. He never picked on me as a big brother. As life went forward, we both walked pretty tough lives together. Partying life, drinking life, all that stuff. But all that time, my brother was my big brother. I remember when we were young and I was just turning into a man. He was living in Slave Lake and I went and lived with him in a tiny little apartment, Sourage Apartments behind the truck stop.
me in and we ate rice and noodles. That was our diet. But he was a gas jockey there. He'd get up early and go to work. And I was looking for work, went to work for my brother-in-law when he still worked there at the time. If I didn't have my life together, I was kind of homeless and addicted to drugs and alcohol. Didn't live a good life. But my brother still showed me how to work, how to show up for work, how to get to work. You know, I mean, as long as I known him, he always was that guy. Even in his hardest times, he always worked. He was a hard worker. I love my brother very much. I miss him. I have so many good memories with him too. He had such a wicked sense of humor, teasing. But you know, he had the biggest heart. He did love his family very much. Sometimes both of us, we struggled to have a relationship with our mom. But that wasn't on her, that was on us. We just didn't know how to show love the right way. But I know he loved my mom so much. His mommy. Sometimes there was barriers in our life that we let get in our way to nourish that relationship. But like I said, that was on us. He always, when he'd call, he asked about mom. And then he would tell me about his son Douglas, where he was at, how he was doing. And I always could just hear nothing but pure joy and love in his voice when he talked about him. Both of our first kids were kind of born around the same time, Willow and Douglas. So we had lots of shared stories, and we kind of watched our children grow up together. I'm really happy to sit here with him right now. I've been sitting with him here all day by the sacred fire, by the altar, knowing that that spirit world is coming to get him, take him over there. It goes to that spirit world. His job will only have just begun. Now his work begins for our family. Answer our prayers, take them directly to God on our behalf. I know that. I know now that he's going to be going to a place where he can sit with all of our ancestors, all the old ones, to watch over us. But I also know too that his journey now is up with the Star Nation. They showed his name, man who walks amongst the stars. That's where we come from. So he truly went back home to the Star Nation. I know he will travel far into the universe and see many things. But in those instances, he'll come. He'll listen when we call upon him. He'll come and listen to our prayers, take them to God, make sure they're heard. I love you, my brother, with all my heart, and I ask that the healing for my family is in a good way. And I give thanks to you for all that you've taught me. I give thanks to you for being my big brother and protecting me. And walking with me in all those years, through thick and thin, through ups and lows. You're a beautiful human being, my brother. Now, you are a beautiful spirit. Go far, my brother.
Still going. This way.
My name is Trevor Gladue. My spirit name is Trevor. Today was the second day of the sacred fire for my brother.
Thank you, everybody. Sorry I took all the time. It's over. Grab your sandwich on the way out. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, everyone, for sitting through that. We have two of our nieces that would like to sing. We'll do a song each. So one song each. Willow. Kristen, come on up here, and we'll sing. So Tori's daughter, Kristen, will sing a song, and then my daughter Willow will come sing one song up after. And after that, if anyone wants to come up and share a few words, we'd welcome them.
I was asked to do this song in memory of Bryce, but also to acknowledge his relationship with his son Douglas. And what Bryce didn't know about this song is that I dedicate this song to my son too. I lost a son, and sometimes I think that Bryce he wasn't good at confronting things and talking about feelings sometimes, but sometimes I think that he was always trying to resonate with me in that way. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me
I'm gonna sing Take It Easy by the Eagles and then Broken Window Serenade.
Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love is gonna save. We may lose and we may win, though we will never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in, so take it easy. Loosen my load, got a world of trouble on my mind. Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover, she's so hard to find. Ooh, what we gotta easy. We gotta take it easy. Is Broken Window Serenade. Love pretty flowers. So what I brought to you, I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view. You had signs of depression from a long line of sin, and your face tells a story about the places you have been. I love you so. I thought you should know. You were gonna be a singer and a big movie star, but you can't catch no breaks, baby. Hollywood is hard. Now you work down at the timeout of 155, and you're dancing for your dollar, just trying to stay alive. It hurts me so. I thought you should know. Make your deal with the devil as your licks begin to fade. I I saw you laughing through the tears. As you slowly slipped away, I watched you go. I thought you should know. Yeah, I watched you go. I thought you should know. And that cold rain is pouring as they lay you in a grave. I can barely recognize you in your fragile state. No more signs of depression from a long time ago. I throw in a pretty flower as they slowly lay you low. It was a rose. I thought you should know that it was a rose. I thought you should know. Couple of pretty flowers, that's what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view.
Oops, just, I think you got Keri's credit card, right? Just to make sure. Oops. Thank you, girls, that was beautiful. If there's anybody that would like to share a few words, have an open mic, and then we'll have a journey song and then refreshment. So thank you for your patience. It's a little bit long, but we thought it was worthwhile for celebration for Bryce's life. And for any of you that are really kind of twitching about it, it's 2 wonderful daughters. Let's just go with mine. Yes, just start talking.
That's it. Zico son Tori, McArthur. My dad was a Cardinal. My mom is a Gladue. So we grew up in High Prairie, Big Charles, Belcourts, Williers. Some of you are here. Hi, Robert.
Hello.
Thank you for coming. My mom just had that big old personality, you know, like our brother, Bryce. And she just attracted people to her, and she's got lifelong friends here. Our auntie is here. Hazel, thank you for coming, Hazel. Mom always talks about you, Auntie Aggie.
I hope it's a good one.
She's got stories. We have fun. We're a very close family. You won't see us squabbling, arguing. We don't do that shit.
In public.
Pauline and Keri. But our parents raised us well. Jenny, our dad, our mother. They set the precedent because they didn't badmouth each other, put each other down. So as a result, we don't do that today amongst us siblings. We just don't. A lot of laughter, lots of tears. Hi, Bernice. It's really good to see you. Creator's going to keep you all safe going home. We thank you. Thank you for coming out. Just want you to know that I love all of you, because I can see a lot of faces out here that I recognize. Each and every one of you, my cousin, my relative, my nephew, my nieces. Just want you to know that I love you, and we're working through intergenerational trauma here, and you can see this is how we practice, and it works. Hi, hi.
I'm Felice. I love Bryce very much. I'm Trevor's wife, and we always thought it was pretty special because my brother's name is Bryce as well. And I don't hear too many Bryces out there, so we always loved that. Bryce lived with us for a little while. And I was really lucky because, you know, I never partied with Bryce, but I heard all the stories, the party stories about Bryce. And you know, I knew of his humor and all of that, but I feel blessed that I got to see a different side of him. So he lived with us when our kids were young, and Trevor is always on the road. And so I put the kids to bed early, and then him and I would sit at the kitchen table and just talk about life. And he was, you know, Bryce always liked to joke, but in those moments, I could really see his heart shine. And I got to have a lot of good, you know, heart-to-heart conversations with him. I was really proud of him when he got sober, and he used to text me and ask me to send him medicines, so I would send him sage and laboon. He loved the laboon. And when I told the kids that Uncle had passed on, right away our son, Sage, at that time Sage was always very afraid of the wind. And one time Trevor and I weren't home, but Bryce was home, and he stayed in the basement. He had a room there, and the kids' rooms are upstairs. And Sage had said that, Mom, I remember, what I always remember of Uncle Bryce is he always made me feel safe. You weren't home one day and there was some wind, and I went downstairs and I just hung out with him, and he made me feel really safe. And when I told Willow said that she always remembered watching Ninja Kids with Uncle Bryce. And Bryce really loved family. He really loved family. Yeah, he would just drop in. We wouldn't even know he was in town. He would just show up at the door, but always seemed to be around supper time. He always timed that right. But yeah, he would always show up. He always talk about his friends. Relationships were really important to him. And he would always phone, you know, once he moved on and was sober, he'd always phone and chat. And like Polly said, he always asked about everybody. You know, he'd always ask about the kids, how they were doing. He'd ask if, you know, what Michael Jackson song Sage was into at that time, because him and Uncle would always talk about Michael Jackson. And I was looking through photos, and like you said, Polly, I saw photos of him carrying both of our kids, just, you know, days old. You know, family was just so important to him. So yeah, really blessed to have known him, and I'm thankful that he's still with us and to be watching over us and taking good care of us now.
son. There's Pauline. He's a year out of his friends. Just a big Charlie. I'm a little bit nervous, so don't mind me. I'm scared. I'm lost. Broken-hearted. I'm gonna miss my son so much. I do already. You just never know when it's our turn. I always thought that the parents are supposed to go first, not the children. Now I've lost two. It's pretty hard to take. And I want to thank you for taking the time to come out here and be with us. If I could talk to Bryce right now, I would tell him, son, you know what? We had a room full of white people. The story I want to tell him. He was small. He was always joking around, doing crazy things. This one time, my kids had their bedrooms upstairs. My daughter had her friend over. They were getting ready for bed. I caught Bryce trying to sneak upstairs. I said to him, Brycey, what are you doing? Do you know if you see those girls naked, you're going to go blind? He looked at me with his big eyes and, oh, but Mommy, I want to be blind. There's a lot of things he did. It was so funny. I have 7 years of memories of my son. I'm small, I'll tell you. Thank you very much for being here. It means the world to me and my family, my kids, stepchildren. We're all here, their families. So maybe I would recognize you when I remember your name. I'm tired. Thanks for listening.
Anyone else would like to share some words?
Be shy.
I appreciate that. I know you have thoughts of your own, and that's good. Again, I just want to acknowledge the honorary pallbearers of Douglas, his son, Peter. Peter, you know our family's praying with you too. We love you very much. We're happy you're here. It means a lot. Robert, same. We're up together. I'm sure you got lots of stories too. Eddie and Nolan, our family, thank you for representing the family. Nephews, Zane, David, Clinton, and Sage, thank you all for As you know, it's a celebration, so we still recognize you, though, as important men in his life. I'd like to call up my relative to come and send him off with the journey song. And after that, you guys can have there's some refreshments there. We're not doing like smudging and honor plate, all that's being taken somewhere else. Just eat, okay? Just while he's coming up too, I want to thank some of my Stadsnes family members that are here too. There's my sisters, thank you so much for coming here. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate you going, taking that time to sit with my brother the last couple of days.
So the song is for that travel to send him off, and what makes it stronger is again those prayers that he has no barriers. And it's us that are the barriers, so not to grieve too much for him, to keep pushing him, you know. I don't know, Trevor, if I may share a teaching, not to cry at night as best as possible, because that's a barrier that holds him back. So cry during the day, cry with loved ones, share those beautiful memories going forward. But this song again will help send him. So if you know the song, for the singers that are in here, sing along. If you don't, hum along. If you're too scared to even hum along, say that prayer is to help him go home in a non-barrier way. oh. Hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, ah. Hey, ah, hey, ah, hey, ah. Hey, ah, hey, ah, oh. Hey, ah, oh, hey, oh, ah, yo, hey, 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 hey. Yo, hey, hey, hey. Ah, hey, oh. Nanaskuma Kutawino, Nanaskuma Gigawino.
Thank you, relative. For those of you that want to have something to eat, please help yourself. I think there was a slide presentation. Maybe we could just run that while people are using it. It just runs while people eat. How long is it?
I'm gonna make it.
An hour and a half?
Okay.
It's 5 minutes?
It's under 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll just run it down then. Are you guys okay with that? Yeah? Yeah. Just run it.